A very good evening to all of you. As always, it's a pleasure and honor to come back to the cultural center of not just India, but for artists from across the world now, the Nehru Centre, London, and the cultural center of the High Commission of India in the UK. Welcome to Beyond Boundaries, the first in the series of program that has been emphasized by the Commonwealth Music Academy, by my very, very wonderful colleague, Sally Sheb, who is not able to come here today for personal reasons. And we are here to present before you and celebrate India-UK friendship with artists from the Commonwealth Music Academy. And as you can see, the Commonwealth Children's Choir. A round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. I'd first like to invite Shri Amit Tripathi ji, Director of the Nehru Centre, London, to please welcome us on this special evening. And of course, many of you would know that Amit Tripathi ji is not just the Director of Nehru Centre and the Cultural Minister of the Indian High Commission. He's the famous author, best-selling author, Amit Tripathi. So, Amit ji, today we don't have the stage to go up because we've got all of it mic'd up.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming here. What a delight to be, and we're always honored and delighted to host Sunita ji, one of the finest violinists India has produced. But this program gives me particular pleasure because I was told I'm going to be listening to children, and this is such a wonderful multicultural performance and such a wonderful multicultural audience. This is precisely what the Nehru Centre stands for: a celebration of the arts, the celebration of music, and celebration of how culture can bring diverse countries together. This message is even more needed in today's world, and what can bring the world together than the smiles of such beautiful children? I'm not going to stand in front of you too longer. I'm delighted to hear them as well. Thank you so much for coming to the Nehru Centre. You are technically on Indian soil actually right now, so welcome to India.
As always, Amishi, thanks for being here this evening. We'd also like to invite Sanjay Sharma ji, the Deputy Director of the Nehru Centre. Sanjay Sharma ji has joined a few months back, but he's already known as the man on the ground. That's what I heard when I spoke to the High Commission yesterday. Sanjay ji, you've got to come and quickly tell us a few little plans for the next few months as the new year comes.
Very good evening. For next few months, we are going to organize a couple of very good programs. And for Christmas, we are roping in our Northeast females group, and they are going to organize very good program in coming weeks. Apart from that, we are looking forward to a couple of programs for our Independence Day, Republic Day program, and that will be in the second and third week of the January. And for the February also, we are looking forward to so many exhibitions here. And I believe for today's program, you all will enjoy the program. And once again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you. So they say music happens with the connecting chords. So I'd like to introduce to you a very eminent Secretary General of 3 different Commonwealth organizations and currently in the ICT world, Tim Unwin. Professor Tim Unwin, it's a pleasure and honor to have you with us. Please do join us. We met 7 years back in India, and since then, Professor Tim has always been trying to connect cultures, connect education, and take ethos of working together across nations. So, Professor Tim, very happy to have you with us.
Thank you very much for those over-generous words. Deputy Director, Sunita's told me I can only talk for 1.5 minutes. So it's going to be very, very quick, and I will get everything done very quick. No, seriously, I just want to, again, welcome you all to this, what I see as a very special event. Sunita is not only an incredibly gifted violinist, but she has a passion for using that music to bring people from many different backgrounds together. And I think that's something we're going to hear and notice tonight. She didn't say when we first met in detail. It was actually at an HR for Information and Communication Technologies event. And so she was sharing with HR professionals how music can be used to enhance their performance. That's not what she's going to be doing this evening, but she'll be using music to bring us together. I first visited India 46 years ago, 47 years ago. Am I that old? And then I saw the contrasts within India. Not only the wonders of New Delhi and Agra, but I was working in what was then South Jharkhand. They're seeing some of the poorest but most beautiful parts, I think, of your wonderful country. And I've been going back ever since. And it was on this occasion 7 years ago that we met. And I just thought that, given my roles in the Commonwealth, it was a wonderful opportunity to bring you, Sunita, together. So a few months ago, I introduced Sunita to Sally. And that's really why we're here together. And just sort of two things about that. One is music brings us together in different ways that we can't do if we just read or do other things. It captures the soul. And it's that essence that we can cross boundaries through music that we're going to explore this evening. And I want to turn around. Sorry, I'm going to turn my backs on you and get down. I just think you are fantastic. I mean, we're going to hear that this evening. But what a representation, and you kindly said this, Director, that Britain is such a culturally diverse country. And we see that today. All the different backgrounds from which you've come bring us together. And I think the UK and India, two of the strongest countries in the Commonwealth, need to work together to cross those boundaries. And just captured here, we all look forward to what you have to say and sing. But it is crossing boundaries and bringing the friendships that I've certainly in my life built with your country folk over many, many years. And let that go forward. Let's not. It was nearer, when I first went to India, it was nearer partition and independence than it is between when I first went and now. The world has changed. You are the new world, and we look forward to all we hear this evening.
Thank you. That was Professor Tim Unwin. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as the show starts, of course.
So yeah, I was remiss in saying something because she did say that Sally couldn't be here for personal reasons. May I request that all of you applaud loud enough that Sally can hear it at home?
Yes, please, what will you invite?
There you go, Sally. All love to you.
And I forgot something following those lines. The great news, Sally would have said if she had been here, is that Sunita is going to be taking on a wider role, a sort of ambassadorial role, consultancy role, advisory role with the Commonwealth Music Academy. And so hopefully we may see her, at least that's what I've been told, we may see her back here in a new guise later.
Well, we have a photo op with the children, but before that, let me invite Ian Wilson, the man behind this wonderful music that the children are going to present today. So Ian, would you please join us and quickly tell us about the music? Conductor of the Commonwealth Youth Choir. A round of applause for Ian, please.
Hello. My feeling was that there's a lot that joins us together, isn't there, in this disunited world? And one of the things that joins us together is songs that we learn when we're little, when we're small. And so I wrote a suite of pieces for the Commonwealth Youth Orchestra and Choir and Children's Choir. And this is a slightly reduced version of that for piano and choir. It's got 3 movements, but we're only playing you 1. The first is games, so songs that are games from all over the Commonwealth. The second one, which you're about to hear tonight, is lullabies from across the Commonwealth. You will hear a Scottish one. I have a personal interest in that, as you can probably hear, called Dream Angus. That's the first one you'll hear. Then we have an Urdu lullaby. So you have got Britain and India. So it wasn't that great that we had that. And then the last one is Zulu. Zulu. And so these amazing people here have had to learn 3 languages. They're from East London, so they don't know English. No, that's not really true. But you've got 1 song in English, you've got 1 song in Urdu, and 1 song in Zulu. And in workshops over the last 3 weeks, they have managed to get all these going. So do enjoy, and we are going to soothe your troubled brow with these lullabies.
Well, a very quick, thank you, Ian, thank you. A very quick photo op if Amish ji, Sanjay ji, Ian, Tim, and our eminent artists, if they can come on stage for a quick photo op. If there's someone, if Dan's around here from the Commonwealth who's taking the photographs, can quickly take a photo with our special guest artist this evening, the Children's Choir. Yes, or we can stand with them. We'll stand in between them, you know, with them. Yeah, we'll squeeze in. Can I have our eminent artist come up on stage for this photo op? But then you've got to hold these. These are Sally's.
Oh, all right.
Sally's beautiful.
Sally.
That one's for you, Ian.
You're not covering it, are you?
Yeah, give me one. Yeah, we've got our artists also. Would like you to stand behind. If you sit, you won't be seen. Yeah, Eric, Sandeep. No, not at all. Sari se to pura dunia ghume hain, Amish ji. Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we start with the Commonwealth Children's Choir, accompanied on the piano by Ronojit Bhuyan.
I
Thank you. Thank you. That was fantastic. Thank you, Ian. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to invite the amazing violinist, Eric. Eric's biodata is so special that I don't think I'm going to read that because Sally has taken the trouble to create this beautiful brochure. But the only thing that I can say is that Eric has played in the most prestigious venues across UK and the world. Eric Hui-Ti Wang, and one of his recent performances has been for Her Majesty and of course for the royal family. And Eric's violin today that he's playing in is a real antique one from 1670s. And so I have decided to touch the violin only after he finishes his performance, but I'm not going to let him go without me trying that one. So may I request Eric Hui-Ti Wang to please come up on stage for the first piece, solo, and you have it on the program for you to see the name of the piece. like to invite Ronojit for the next piece, a solo piece on the piano.
Hello, check. Good evening, everybody. The piece that I'll be playing next is by a composer called Chopin, a Polish composer, one of my favorites. It's called The Revolutionary Etude. It was written when Poland was taken away during the World War, and it was his angst and anger about this to the countries that were invading the culture of Poland. And he wrote this very fierce and saddened piece to wake up the soldiers and the people that, this country cannot be taken over. And it's written from his heart. You'll see the left hand brings out his rage and anger, and the right hand is still kind of asking people for victory. And it's a very poetic and special piece written by him, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can there be a musical program at the Nehru Centre when we are around and we don't, and I don't play the violin? I've got to join this wonderful group, of course. If probably Sally was here, she would have taken care of the proceedings. So, but we are here on stage with another wonderful artist who's joined us, Sandy Man, as he's popularly known, Sandeep Chakrabarty, a tabla player. He's played with all the greats who visited London over the years. His bio is there in the brochure. But very few people know about his moonlighting as a very sought-after DJ, Sandy Man. So this is where we want to present that, like love is universal, humanity is universal, music also is universal. Ronojit is trained in the Western classical style, and I've been trained in Indian classical. But yet, because it's just the 7 notes, sa re ga ma pa dha ni, will try and come together. This is a rag called Rag Hangswatani, a dance of the swan. And on this very stage, 15 years back, I had played this with my mother, a classical concert. Hence, I thought today is a good day to play this with my son and Ron and Sandeep. was a tribute to my mother, our guru, and to all the gurus across the world who dedicate so much of their craft and knowledge to their disciples. Well, now this is the main piece of the playlist, which is a tour of India. That was a classical rag, Hangsvardhani, played in both styles, North Indian as well as South Indian style. And this other short piece is a tour of India called Bharat Darshan in Rag Desh. Music from the mountains of India, from the deserts, from the northeast. Again, to prove that one rag, many forms, but yet when we move from one region to the other, we've got to create bridges, soft melodies, smooth transitions to create that change.
साहिबा चूड़ियां खनक गए हाथ माँ मोरनी बाबा माँ बोले आधी रात
From the deserts to the northeast in Assam. Akhi oi moina, oi bholu ka bahore oi akhi. Ota purukhune undulayani se oi oi amaku no thova rakhi. Let there be spring always. Assam in the east to Amchi, Mumbai, where I belong now. Nee dul kara dariya characha. Me dul kara dariya characha. Ghar panya madi badna ya tu hai ja. Vallore nakwa ho vallore Rama. May I please call Eric back on stage? And before, as Eric plans to come back, just wanted to express that Rag Desh that Ronojit played is the only rag that he got trained. And in Indian music, we get trained by ear. And in the Western style, we have it structured, written in front of us. Well, the notes are universal. And thank you, Sandeman. So may I invite Eric back on stage for the duet piece on violin and piano. Could you get my violin on mute, please? Could you mute my violin, please, Paul? Just as Eric starts, would like to mention that we've got another very eminent artist waiting in the wings right after this act, so don't go away. Over to you, Eric. Ladies and gentlemen, I can feel the kind of feeling that Eric's violin invokes. We have an amazing artist who is based both in Scotland as well as in England, and David Ogilvy. A round of applause for David. A singer, a guitarist, a music programmer, music composer, currently composing a special piece for the Commonwealth Music Academy. So over to David. This program is being live streamed on the Facebook page of Nehru Centre, as well as on YouTube. And they say that leaders can't be leaders without the enablers. They're not our supporters. They are our collaborators. So Vineet Johari, who's taking care of the entire live stream, and Paul, who's taking care of the sound, and Archana, who's the backbone of the entire event program at Nehru Centre. Over to you, David.
Guitar on, Paul. So, if you feel like singing along with this one, you may know the chorus. You're welcome to sing. For the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And I will build my love a tower near yon pure crystal fountain. On it I will put all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? My true love, she was gone, I would surely find another to pick wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Thank you very much. Thank you. So now, yeah, we're gonna do another Scottish song with some Indian fiddle playing. This is called The Water is Wide. Oh, the water is wide, I cannot, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that will carry two, and both shall row, my love and I took my love to pick a flower, the sweetest rose that lies therein. I pricked my finger to the bone. I know not if I sink or I swim. Oh, love is handsome and love is bold, and love's a jewel when it's new, but when it's old it grows cold and fades away like morning dew. Fades away like morning dew. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Ogilvy.
Thank you so much.
The idea behind doing this was that to really prove that music is beyond borders, beyond boundaries. And thank you, David,
Thank
for
you.
letting me join. We weren't planning to play in this song.
It's lovely.
but
It's beautiful.
We rehearsed yesterday, and we felt nice playing
It
together.
sounds lovely, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we come to almost to the end of our performance today, and the finale piece. When we are in Scotland, you know, David's connection to Scotland, my connection to Scotland over the last 15 years. So we'd like to do this piece, which is by a very famous poet of Scotland, Robert Burns. And Burns wrote this very famous folk song, Ye Banks and Braes, which inspired Tagore whilst he was in his travels and tours. All great musicians, maestros, travel across the world and take influences. We had Bhupen Hazarika do that and compose some of his most iconic numbers throughout his travels with influences from England, America, and so did Tagore. And Tagore created a very famous Rabindra Sangeet, Phule Phule. So we'll do Ye Banks and Braes together. David, you'll sing along with me, please. But before we do it, the English and the Bengali and the Hindi version, I'd like to sing out the notes, which is the basis of music. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, or sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. And of course, after this evocative song, we have to do some fun stuff to end the concert, which will be with some Scottish reels, my favorite. And David is going to use his mandolin and do the reels together.
Sare, sare ga ga pa ga re sa, re ga re sa sa dha pa, pa dha sa sa. Ye banks and breaks so bonny tune, how can you sing so fresh and fair? How can you sing, ye little birds, when I so very full of care?
You'll break my heart, you warbling birds that wanton through the flowery thorn. You mind me of departed joys, departed never to return.
Scottish reel. We don't have a name for it. When David was asking me, can you give me a name for this reel? Is it there on YouTube? It was taught to me, I learned it from Alan Henderson, the wonderful Gaelic violinist from Scotland, and we hope we can do one of our series with him playing the Scottish fiddle. And when I heard the reel, I saw a lot of similarity in the structure and the melody with our Assamese bihu. My husband says that whatever piece you hear, you find it similar to Assamese bihu. How can that be? But it's about how you feel about a particular piece of music. And please see if I'm wrong. I'm trying to play the Assamese piece and then move on to the Scottish reel. Bhuyan on the tabla. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For the final bow, can we have Eric join us back on stage, please? We're just doing a bow, Eric. Thank you so much to the Nehru Centre, London. Special thanks to Sally Shebb, Director General of the Commonwealth Youth Orchestra, Commonwealth Music Academy, for curating, co-curating, and working so hard to put this program together. We were scheduled to be performing on the 22nd of September, but because of Her Majesty's demise, we postponed the program, and we are all here together. I think thanks to Dan from the Commonwealth Academy, who's taking all the photographs. Dan, one last photo up. Eric, come back. And thanks to all of you, a lot of people from the Assamese community, my very close uncle Linuda and Bo, they are here. So many of my friends, our hosts in London, Martin and Anna are here. Archana's always there, and there are so many other friends I can say. Rituraj, who always does most of the recordings and television footage. And thank you, Tim, for being here and representing the Commonwealth as a whole and supporting this initiative. Thank you to Vineet Johari, Paul, and to everyone at this venue for coming and spending a special Tuesday evening with us. David Ogilvy, Ronojit Bhuyan, Eric Hui-Ti Wang, Sandeep Chakrabarty. I'm Sunita Bhuyan. Thank you.